Hey guys, this is Owen with Seek Outside. Today we're going over some Redcliffs. Okay, so there are a few models of Redcliffs. We have the standard Redcliff. It's a two-door version, pitches all the way to the ground, stove jack in the standard location. We have a Redcliff Light, pitches above the ground or all the way down to the ground, single door and with a stove jack in a different location. Or we have the Redcliff in Dyneema. This does all the same things the Light does, so pitches above the ground or down to the ground, has a different stove jack alignment, also has a single door, but weighs substantially less and pitches really tight. So we're going to go into more depth on in-depth on these, and let's get to that. Here's the standard Redcliff. So this is the two-door version. It's got the standard SO stakeout loops, sill nylon. This is just the standard version. So this is 4 pounds, 14 ounces. So not a heavyweight by any means. It just slowly gets lighter as we go down the line. Got a ton of stakeout points, does extremely well in weather. 6 foot 10 inches in the center, so you can stand in here. Stove jack is off-centered here to the left or the right, depending on which way you set up the tent. So yeah, I mean, it's got the peak vent, got all the standard things. Yeah, here it is. Here we have the Redcliff Light, same height obviously, just a couple ounces lighter, to be exact 5 ounces. Starts to add up over time. Most of that is from losing the other door. So this is a single door shelter, which means you gain a guy out point, you gain another good stakeout point. I don't really think you need 2 doors. Depends on what you want. You're sleeping more people in there. 2 doors is nice to have a lot of people going in and out. But the single door is just fine for me. The stove jack is where the old door used to be, which would be directly behind this pole. It is that on all Redcliff Light tents. Peak vents right here to the left. Uses a line lock and cordage system. If you don't know how those line lock works, go ahead and click up here. But these line locks are awesome. Allows you to raise the tent off the ground in the summer to have good breathability, deal with condensation well, and in the winter cinch it on down when you're using a stove. This is the Redcliff Ultralight. So this is made out of Dyneema, which is super light. This brings this whole tent down to about 3 pounds 2 ounces. That's including the pole and the stakes. It's genuinely amazing. So this is technically lighter than the Cimarron, which is the Redcliff's smaller brother, and you get a whole lot of space. It uses the exact same setup as the Redcliff Light. So it's got the line lock extension, stakeout loops. Like I said, go ahead and check out that video if you don't know how those work. It's got the stove jack right out here in the back and the peak vent here to the left. Plenty of room to stand in there. Overall, this is the do-it-all tent. The only thing that's ever going to stop you is the space you need to set it up. Weighs nothing, sets up super easy. Anyways, this is the Redcliff Ultralight. Now I'm going to take you on a nice little walk around of all these tents, just show you kind of all their features, what I mean by line lock stakeout loop, what I mean by SO stakeout loop, what I mean by, single door and the stove jack moving. So I'm going to run it through that real quick. All right, here's the walk around of the standard Redcliff. So here we have our stove jack. You can see where the placement of that is to the right or the left of the door or the pole. Peak vents directly across from it. So then we're going to come down here, check out the SO stakeout loop. This is super strong stakeout loop, just like the other stakeout loops on the Redcliff Light and the Ultralight. Super strong. These are just fixed size, which can be nice in certain occasions, especially using like sand stakes. So we're going to come back up. We're going to check out. We got one door over here. We're going to walk around. Here we have a guy out point. That creates some headroom in there when you're sleeping or just hanging out. And there we have the other door. You can see the stove jack there again. So that is the standard Redcliff. Now here we have the Redcliff Light. So this is the single door with the stove jack in the back, which I'll get around to showing you. As you can see, it's not there on the right or left side of the tent. So coming down, we're going to check out those line lock style stakeout loops. As you can see, you can adjust the tension here or pull it down. which is nice and convenient. Allows you to pitch the tent off the ground or bring it all the way down. So that's a nice advantage of those. Coming around, we have guy out points here. Like I said, this tent is a couple ounces lighter, which is an advantage. Coming around, as you see, we don't have another door there, but that is where the stove jack is going to be. And that stove jack, a lot of people argue if it's in a better position. I myself think it is, but not substantially. Let's do here we are doing a quick walk around on the Ultralight Redcliff. This thing is awesome, comes in spruce color, which I think is just beautiful. As you can see, the stove jack is also in the back. We'll walk around to that in a moment. This is a single door shelter. Here are those line lock stakeout loops, so you tie to your stake, adjust it up off the ground or down to the ground for winter use or bad weather. Walking around, super awesome tent. Real cool thing about the Dyneema fabric is you can get it really tight, which helps in the wind. You don't get a whole lot of flapping around. And then we have that stove jack right there, looking down. There's no door there, as you can see. And that's the extra guy out point I'm talking about, right where the door would normally be. Thanks for watching. So I hope you guys have some insight on all the different Redcliffs. They save weight all the way to having more doors. Whatever's gonna fit your needs, the Redcliff can do it. Anyways, thanks for watching. Have a great day. Go ahead and comment if you have any other questions, and go ahead and like us on Facebook and Instagram. Bye.